get over this thing real
I'm
fast.
sorry. I would be crying more, but I wasted all of my tears.
Yeah.
But
Definitely want to get out there and see you guys and see what Melbourne has to offer. But I'll tell you what, Sydney was, it was a beautiful city.
yeah,
The layout was very, I want to say similar to Miami, but it has a lot of intercoastal, and it was cool to see, I don't know, just the layout of the land over there, let alone the zoo and seeing all the exotic animals. And
dude, the zoo.
It was fun, man.
We got to get to that.
Yeah.
What?
The zoo. Oh,
Were there just drones above your heads at all? Like, where did this footage come
No, there
from?
were full-on helicopters just flying around.
Helicopter.
Yeah, they helicoptered us. Well, not us.
That just
Taylor.
seems like how much?
Yeah, they don't. This is all because Taylor's the biggest and the best thing possible.
Yeah, of course.
Tell you what though, the kangaroos were pretty sweet. Got to see a red panda up close and personal.
Red panda.
Yeah, that
What did it
was
look like?
Dude, it looked.
I feel like they look like raccoons more than pandas.
But
right?
it looked like a friendly raccoon. You know, some raccoons can look just fucking.
Well, I think
like,
all
I'm not fucking with
raccoons
that
are
thing.
like, hey, they're kind of cute in the face, but you know that they got like claws and
Yeah, this
their
little guy
hands
was.
are like.
He was friendly. Was
I'm not messing
very.
with a raccoon.
Yeah, no, you're gonna fuck with the red panda though. Those things were sweet.
Yeah, you don't think it would attack you if you went in the cage?
Mm-mm. One of my favorite things is the zookeeper, the one showing us the red panda was like we had to go in a cage just to go in to like see the panda in like the panda area.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, now make sure that door's closed, and when you get out of here, quickly close this one because they are escape artists. And I was just like, this thing just got so many brownie points for me, dude. Like, oh, it's
kinda got like
how
the
many
little-
times this thing gotten out? I'm just like,
It's kind of got like the little mask,
Is it
like
daily?
raccoons. It's like
They're sneaky individuals.
what, dude? We just because raccoons are sneaky too. Is it anything that looks like it kind of has like a built-in mask?
Just stealthy.
Yeah, it's like
Makes sense.
nature naturally knew to like. I have wondered this. So back to the zoo.
Yeah.
I've never been to a zoo in another country. Or zoos in other countries, do they have animals of stuff that's in like North America? Like, are there like white-tailed deer in the Australian zoo?
Oh no, I didn't see it.
Like
Everything was
a
still.
bald eagle.
I don't even know if everything. Like, yeah, I saw a crocodile, which is fucking way bigger than an alligator.
I think alligators are. I don't know if they're like only in America, but it's like most other places is crocodile. Alligators like unique to I believe the U.S.
Okay, thank God, because that thing was enormous.
Saltwater croc, yeah, they get pretty big.
And it looked
It's
orange.
a living dinosaur. What did you? It's like a moose or a bear, like grizzly bear.
I didn't see anything
Nothing?
over there. No.
They just have their own animals.
We're the only ones
What's the
that
point of going to the
take-
zoo if they just got?
No, they had some.
You can go see
They had
kangaroos.
some animals from Asia. The 2 elephants that I saw just got out there. I think in 2019. They were
Nice.
from Africa.
All right, so they got the elephants,
Yeah.
giraffes.
Didn't see giraffes. I think this zoo was a little bit more new than the big like Steve Irwin zoo out there. So they're just now starting to get some a lot
cool
of the,
ones?
yeah. But saw a tiger sitting up in a treehouse. That shit was fucking sweet. I ain't gonna lie.
There's a treehouse.
Yeah. Saw a lion up close,
I saw that photo.
dude.
What'd that feel like?
That when you hear that, because I would like me taking a picture, just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Let alone one. You see 3 of them like run down from like their like rock,
Their perch,
their
whatever,
perch,
yeah.
like knowing that they're about to get fed.
Pride Rock.
You see how fast and agile that thing is?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, it's over.
I'm not messing with cats.
over.
Don't matter what size.
You could tell one was like the big bad. I was just like, damn,
Yeah.
that's a bad
animal.
That's a bad man right there.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was fun. That was a fun one. And then we got to enjoy the Taylor Swift show.
Did you feed any of the animals?
Yeah, I was just telling you, we fed a red panda, some what are those little the enormous sized hamsters. Starts with a C.
No, well, koala's not a C.
Definitely fed some koalas some eucalyptus leaves.
Yeah.
Capybara, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Capybaras, the things were like they had like literally the
beaver
teeth
kinda, right?
yeah, the teeth
Yeah.
they were like the size of my fingers, just like right here in
Yeah.
front.
It's like a little rodent, oversized rodent.
It was enormous, and it was crazy how like heavy it was and how athletic it was for sure.
Do you think Winnie could have taken it?
Nah, dude, those things were vicious.
I bet Winnie would fuck that thing up.
The things were quick, dude. It's more athletic.
No chance.
All right.
Dingo.
Yeah, we fed some dingoes.
Nice.
At least I think they were dingoes.
Emu.
No. I saw one.
Ostrich.
Yeah, I saw one.
Is she an emu or an ostrich? Which one?
I think it was an emu.
Honestly, like ostrich are just bigger than emu, but they kind of look similar, right?
Yeah. Got them wangs, but they ain't going nowhere.
A little heavy to get up in the air.
Yeah. Yeah, what else did I feed? The eucalyptus leaves to the koalas.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't doing anything. They were just chilling. That's what koalas do. They just chill.
Do you smell the koala's breath? Does it just smell like eucalyptus at all times?
I didn't smell anything.
Nice
no. It just smelled like a zoo the entire time.
So like shit?
Yeah. I was petting a rhino.
You pet a rhino?
Yeah.
How is that not the fucking thing you lead with?
That's a good point.
What did it feel like?
It felt terrifying.
Yeah.
To be even in the same pen.
Did it feel like a leather jacket, or was this like
just
something
got done running around in mud? Like me petting it was like me like putting my hand on a plastered wall.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing was rock solid.
Yeah. It's an impressive animal.
Yeah. No. And it was jumping around and stuff. It was real playful. So they're like, all right, you got to watch out. It's real playful right now. I'm just like, what? So I got to catch it in like an even day.
Yeah. How was it? What,
you can't be too happy. You can't be too mad. Just kind of,
they're just got to watch out for the horn.
Dude, those things are majestic, man.
Yeah. It's a big animal. That's cool.
Thing is, you could tell how heavy that thing is and how it could just fuck you up.
You just sidestep it though. It's probably not very agile.
When
right?
I tell you that thing is agile.
Oh yeah.
Quick too.
All right. Yeah. You also went to a Taylor Sidney show.
I did. Sydney did not disappoint. I'm pretty sure the crowds over there are they're already rowdy group, right? The Australians are pretty rowdy. They like to have a good time.
Yeah.
I like to have a good time. Gosh, they were just like a little bit louder than the Argentinian crowd.
Okay.
And I was not expecting that because Argentina was
loud,
fucking loud.
Yeah.
And they were into it, and so was Sydney. So Taylor's very fond of performing in Australia because of the crowds over there and how into it they get. So,
yeah, awesome.
Shout out to Australia for showing out. All right now.
One of the things that everybody liked to point out was your and Ross's attire. Did you plan out to look like Bluey and Bingo?
I came downstairs from the hotel and I saw him and I was like, God damn it.
You knew you were going to get the Bluey
immediately. No, I had my outfit on. He had his outfit on. We were going to the car at
you guys look great
on time.
Yeah.
They're like, can't change now. And we're just going to have to eat this one.
Eat what? You guys look fantastic. You look very Australian there.
We look like you and Marshmallow at the Chiefs after party.
You feel like you look choreographed. Like it's like it was planned and it wasn't planned.
It wasn't.
Bluey is a tremendous show.
It's all right.
So
shout out to Bluey. There were a bunch of other ones that were pretty good. The M&Ms was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Well, it also looked like there were a lot of Travis Kelce jerseys among the fans out there in Sydney.
There was a few. There's a good amount of
clips here.
American football crowd out there. And I think just like Taylor fans, so they wanted to show their support.
Have you? How do you feel about your jersey being worn all over the Eras Tour?
It's pretty fucking cool to just have your jersey being worn.
Yeah.
Like even if it's just on a day or,
I think it's cool.
At a football game.
I only asked it because it's in this clip. I mean, I don't care.
Right now, I guarantee you there's people out in Philly right now wearing your jersey. Guarantee it.
Well, yeah, I just retired yesterday.
Yeah, well, every day is a Jason Kelce day in Philadelphia now.
Okay. Then after Australia, you went back to Vegas to continue celebrating your Super Bowl championship.
All right now.
Why back to Vegas? You guys haven't had enough of Vegas yet?
No, and this had been something that we talked about as a team. Like, oh man, when we win in Vegas, we're going to go back and like have a good time, do it right.
Yeah.
Hit the
AKA
casino.
Gamble and go to the casino.
Yeah, because we couldn't do any of that. Those of you that don't know, the NFL doesn't allow you on when
you're going for the Super Bowl. They said no casinos.
But even if we're just playing the Raiders in a regular week, if you're there on business for the NFL, you can't gamble or do anything fun in Vegas. And essentially, we wanted to have some fun, so we went back as a team. They made some World Championship belts. I got all the WWE ones, but this one was pretty cool. Hoisting the
belt,
the World Boxing Championship.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Who had that on them?
I did. Yeah, I did. Because
where'd you get it from?
I'm the world champ.
I
don't care what.
Is this an actual
anybody
official?
says about it just being an American sport or I am the world champ.
Until there's another, football team that can even like remotely compete with an
Chiefs?
NFL team. I don't think that it's a competition. Yeah,
I'm with you. Either way, that was pretty cool.
I'm the world champion.
The win always.
Sitting on my couch with sandals because nobody does it better.
We got to get this man a belt. We got to get him a belt. Somebody make him a sandal belt. Yeah, so we went back, had some fun. We had been talking about doing it all year if we got a chance to win the Super Bowl again, and sure enough, those memories you get of the aftermath with the guys is stuff I'll remember for the rest of my life, man. I think you've done it, but the teams are never the same, and
even when you repeat, it's
even to this day. You know, a handful of decisions have been made with the Chiefs, and a few guys aren't with us. And I wanted to make sure that I got every chance to enjoy this with those guys immediately afterwards. And I was, it was definitely well worth it, man. It was definitely well worth it. We had a blast, had some fun, and then I went to California and got caught going to Nobu at the same time as Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, you guys had dinner together.
No, we didn't. But if I would have known that him and Olivia were there, I would have sent over a drink or at least came over and said congrats on an unbelievable season. Got so much respect for that guy and obviously all the 49ers that we played. And yeah, if I would have knew he was there, I would have definitely said hello. But I didn't see that he was there. And sure enough, TMZ's throwing it out there that
it's remarkable. It really is. There's such a rush to get things out there.
They're enjoying us even saying that it wasn't.
Yeah, it's just
real. They're
still
enjoying
attention.
It's attention to them, and they just love attention.
Listen, Kylie apparently is pregnant with our fourth child. It's a boy.
What? No way.
Yeah. No, it's
Kylie. You
in this made-up universe. Thank you.
You guys made a baby in Milan.
That's right. If she got pregnant in Milan, we got some things to answer here. That photo of me, Zach Galifianakis from The Hangover, like it's crazy. There was like a 3-year-old video of Wyatt before a game this year. The announcer made it seem like she was playing center, and I'm like, she was reacting to the combine. Like, what do we? Like, people just will say anything that gets some likes or clicks, and people don't vet anything.
Throw it out there. It's fucking ridiculous. So don't believe everything you're reading, especially on what I got going on.
Apparently, leaving the country.
I'm staying in America.
Yeah.
America will always be home.
Yeah. Congrats on not having dinner. We need to shout out one of our sponsors, and that's probably because you see us drinking it all the time. And that is Accelerator Active Energy, of course.
You know the deal, guys. And if you guys have been looking for ways to accelerate your fitness this year, look no further than Accelerator Active Energy.
That's right.
Jason, I see you sipping on that Rocket Pop. I got the Tropical Punch.
Nice.
Why don't you tell them a little bit about what Accelerator has to offer?
Accelerator Active Energy has 0 sugar. That's good for my calorie counting. Gives you sustained energy. That's good for the exercise I'm going to do. And gets your metabolism going. That's good for my weight loss. It also gives you the enhanced focus you need to accomplish anything, like maybe give an important speech or record a nice podcast with your brother or try and wrangle 3 kids and 2 Irish wolfhounds. Although, if I'm being honest, nothing quite gives you the energy for that.
All right. Now, plus, there's nothing like those signature plant-based thermogenics to give you the energy you need to record the podcast every week of the year.
You can find Accelerator Active Energy on Amazon. If you're a longtime listener, you might know I've been drinking AG1 for over a year now. It provides the daily nutritional support I need and fills in any gaps in my diet when I'm operating at my best.
Since 2010. That's right. God damn, over a decade. AG1 has led the future of foundational nutrition. And most importantly, it's simple and effective. AG1 is a nutritional powerhouse. Just 1 scoop mixed in water once a day, every day.
It's that easy. AG1 has become part of my daily routine because it gives me a peace of mind that I'm hitting all my nutritional goals and needs. When people ask me if there's one supplement they should take, my answer is undoubtedly AG1.
AG1 supports physical and mental recovery by replenishing key micronutrients, so you're always ready for those back-to-back training days, man.
If you want to take ownership of your health, it starts with AG1. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase.
Go to drinkag1.com/new heights. That's drinkag1.com/new heights. Check it out.
It's time to talk about our partner, Experian. Everyone has the go-tos in life, just like a quarterback has a go-to receiver, or a receiver or tight end has a go-to End zone dance.
And off the field, people have all sorts of go-tos as well, like go-to snack, drink order maybe, or a karaoke song. How about that? I'm a big karaoke guy. Jason, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Man, you know I'm a total eclipse of the heart. That's
you
my
already
go-to.
gave it to it. You give us another one.
Give you another one. Colt 45 by Afro Man.
That's
Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all we need. We can go to the park after dark. Smoke that tumbleweed. Your finances are no different. And if you want to take control of your credit and your finances, your go-to is the free Experian app.
What makes the free Experian app your financial go-to is that it has what you need right when you need it, like tons of free tools at your fingertips to help you take control of your credit and finances.
Plus, you can get all sorts of awesome free things with the Experian app, like your free FICO score.
Ooh.
And free access to the whole marketplace of credit card, loan, and insurance options, all matched to you.
So go to the App Store and download the free Experian app now. Experian Boost results may vary. Actually, they will vary. See Experian.com/boost for details. All right, now, that does it for Out of the House. Let's get to what you guys have been waiting for. After 13 years, dude. Man.
It's a long time.
7 Pro Bowls, 6 first-team All-Pro seasons, 193 total games. Holy shit, that's a lot of football. 156 consecutive starts, which is a record. Just one of those.
Well, Eagles record.
Records are records, dude.
It's not a world record.
And a Super Bowl champion with the Philadelphia Eagles. You have officially decided to hang them up, dude.
Yeah.
And we couldn't be more proud of you, man. But
thanks, Trev.
We got to talk about it.
Let's do it.
The retirement speech was one for the ages. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen it, grab a box of Kleenex before you do it. The guy poured his heart out as he does every single time, talking about the things that he loves, and it was beautiful to see how grateful you are, how the memories that you've gathered over the years with the people that have gotten you to this point in your life. And it was well said, man. It was a beautiful thing. It's been less than 24 hours since you've made the announcement, but how does it finally feel that it's out there? Does it feel relieved or?
Yeah, I think it's been a long time coming. Obviously I've debated retiring for the last few seasons. So I think it got to the point where, I knew that that's what I wanted to do, and it was nerve-wracking getting to that day. But a lot of the things that I said and kind of, shared are things that I wanted to share for a long time, and you wait for the moment where it feels right to do it. A lot of those things were notes that I've compiled throughout my career. I take notes on my phone, so it's just kind of like plug and play.
Yeah, I need to start.
It felt good to finally get it out there. In some ways, in other ways, it's it's still hard, and it hurts.
It didn't look easy.
It's weird. It's not like it's easy or hard to say it. It's more just hard to come to grips with the finality of it. But I was hoping I had said it enough times that I wouldn't cry as much as I did. I think it's good to show emotion through it, but I was sobbing before I even started. That was not a good. You
definitely set the tone.
Yeah.
You set the tone for definitely the entire family, let alone everyone listening.
Especially the beginning portion of it got broken up a lot, but obviously, proud of all the people that were there and, what they've meant to me, and wanted to share that. And, yeah.
Who helped you the most in deciding all this, man?
In deciding whether to keep playing or not?
Yeah. What was the biggest influence helping you?
Me, and I think that's how I knew, in previous years, I would reach out to other guys hey, how do you know when you want to stop playing, or, stop, what do you think? And the reality was it was more firm than it's ever been this year, that I just don't think physically I can compete at the level that I want to anymore. And really compete the way I want to. My elbow and my knees, it's just gotten to the point where the deterioration and the recovery from that deterioration it hasn't really manifested on game day yet, but I know it's going to start doing that. And I'd really rather not. I'm hard on myself, And if I go out there and I'm not the player that I want to be, it'll crush me. So I feel very confident in the decision I've made. I know that it's time. I've had a really good run, and but that's the biggest reason why.
Was everybody in the facility leading up to this moment like, dude, don't do it?
I think everybody knows. People want on some level. People want me to stay there.
Was it like Wolf on Wall Street? Like, dude, he's not going to really do it, is he?
I don't know. I think at the end of the day, everybody just wants what I want at this point, and I think people still want me to play if I want to. But if you don't want to, you shouldn't do it. And the reality is, I don't want to do that anymore. And sure, there's parts of me that want to. Like, there'll always be parts of me that want to go out on game day and play and want to compete and want to be there with your teammates. Like, that stuff will never go away. But just the physical portion is at a point that it's not a desire to continue to do, and not something that I think I can do and be happy about it. So yeah, it's over, and that's good. I think it's certainly terrifying in some ways because I've only really played football my whole life.
Yeah.
So we got to try and figure something else out. Luckily, this podcast and all of our fans and everybody there's some opportunities now, and that's great. But at the end of the day, it's still a new chapter. I'm incredibly excited about what could happen, and also nervous about what life is going to look like now.
Walk us through that outfit of choice.
Yeah.
Was that your press conference outfit? Is that like you wanted to go into that thing?
Yeah. So I guess I start out the day. That's the first choice you got to make. You're like, all right, what am I going to wear to this thing?
Who am I going to dress up as?
It's like suit and tie is what most people wear, and I'm like, that wouldn't feel right. Like, I don't think for me, I don't think
it's not a wedding.
Well,
it's the only time I've ever seen you wear a suit and tie.
I'm wearing a suit and tie when I have to, and that's about it. And I'm walking through like, okay, do I wear like a Cleveland Heights shirt? Do I wear like an Eagle shirt? I open one of the drawers, and this is like a shirt that has holes in it, and I've worn and practiced and did every year. I've lifted weights in it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? This shirt in some ways was a part of this journey with me more than anything else in this closet. So I'll wear this. Then we got there, and a lot of people don't know this, but my trainer, one of the trainers at the Eagles, has been battling cancer all season long, and he's been there my entire career too, Joe Appella. And
shout out Joe.
Thankfully, he's in remission. They don't have any signs of it.
Yeah, Joe.
They're still gonna, I think, do an operation to, really make sure. But he's looking good. But he wasn't able to tape me for any of the games this year, and he's taped my ankles my whole career. So he taped my ankles for the press conference one last time.
Nice, man.
So I had ankle tape on with sandals. So yeah, that was what went into, I guess, the attire.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, shout out Joe. We'll see you at Seattle, dude.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you he hasn't drank at all. He's gone completely vegan, cut out alcohol completely to try and, really give his body the best chance of fighting it off with chemo and everything. And it's worked. Yeah. But he's asked the doctors, like, can he have a beer on St. Patrick's Day? And they're like, there's no evidence to say that you can't. So
nice.
We're going to enjoy some beverages for St. Patrick's Day.
Have a nice look. Yeah, just one beer. Never hurt anybody.
Or two.
Well, the speech was unbelievable. As good of a football player you are, man, a professional speaker is, it's got to be in the next line of work, whether it's here on the podcast or you running for president, whichever one you want to do, I'm sure you can do.
Well, yeah, it's easy. I think it's really easy to give speeches when you are just reciting what you lived and what you've experienced. I don't know that I can, go up in front of a corporation and give a speech about that, you know what I mean? For me to just recant all the people that have been really meaningful in my life and all the experiences I've had with my teammates in the city, like, I'm just reciting history. So to me, it makes it easier. And I felt the same way about the parade speech. Like, I didn't say anything up there that wasn't, like, I didn't make anything up. It was all out there. So that's what makes it easy. Like, to come up with, like, something off the cuff that I think it would be a lot harder. So this one was easy to write. Yeah. I'd already written it for like 13 years. Like I said, I take notes. I would wake up at times and have these thoughts in my head and just jot them down. Really, the only thing I had to do is figure out the order when I'm putting everything.
Did you did that? Was it just you, or did you have any?
So I read the first draft to Brett Strosacker. He works in our media department with the Eagles. Well, actually, I read the first draft to Kylie, and then I read the first draft to Brett, and both of them had like, should you put this person in there? Should you put that person? Like, I don't know if you should make a big dick Nick joke. And I'm like, fuck you. And
dude, it was so good.
I text Nick to make sure he was okay with it. And he was like, it's like, yeah, you can tell everybody. Yeah. But the surprising one was when he said, I asked Tori, and Tori, his wife, and Tori gave the okay. That was the surprising part. I was like, okay, all right, Tori.
Nice.
All right.
Thanks, Tor. Everyone enjoyed it. A lot of people are saying it was their favorite part of it.
Yeah. So I think you kind of, you start with a framework. I decided to go chronologically for the most part and save the most meaningful people and stories and messages for the ending portion, while reciting some memories of the most impactful things that happened throughout my career. So kind of settled into that framework, and then, rewrote it a few times, changed things up, added things here and there. I think the section on you was like, I changed that day of like, hey, I'm trying to think, like, I got to say more about like growing up with Trev, like what else? And I'm like, oh yeah, like playing in the backyard, like, we played multiple Super Bowls before we ever left the house. Like, we envisioned ourselves being Jim Thome, Carlos Baerga, like, I think so that stuff kind of went in last second.
I still am trying to be Carlos Baerga.
Yeah. I mean, he was
Kenny Lofton, you name it, dude. The whole Guardians. If you were a sports figure in Cleveland, we imagined
the 90s Indians were huge, though. Those were the teams in Cleveland. The Browns left in the 90s, so we didn't even have a football team.
Yeah, just became a fan of the game.
Well, I was a fan. Jerome Bettis was my guy. The bus.
I was a Favre guy.
Jerome Bettis and Mike Allstott were, and then Brian Urlacher, Ray Lewis. You were who?
I was Favre.
Yeah.
Huge. I thought I had a cannon like him too, man. Doggone.
You did. You could throw it. No, you could throw it. Before you tore your labrum, you could chuck that thing.
Now that we got some more time, is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to that you just...
I don't even want to do that. I don't want to do that right now because there's going to be people I'm going to leave off if I'm just randomly ripping that out the top of my head.
Delete that.
Yeah. No, listen, there's a lot of people I want to thank. Teammates and like so many people have reached out since yesterday.
It's been so cool to see
I have texted nobody back because it's a lot.
That a boy?
I'm dreading having to try and get through all these. At the same time, excited because there's a lot of meaningful people that have texted me and reached out. Listen, this is why football is so special. Unlike any other sport, especially offensive line, like this is what's crazy. I am a center. Like I make no plays on my own. My job is just to facilitate an environment where other guys can make plays. And, I'm still being celebrated and talked about on a level. And I think that's awesome for the other guys that play my position and for the other kids that play offensive line. Like it's largely been an unheralded position for a long time. And in some ways, I think the offensive line symbolizes the sport better than anything else. We're all ultimately relying on the guys next to us and the coach and what they're calling and, the systems you're running.
The physicality of the game.
It's such a dependent game. There'd be too many people to thank and try and hit by listing off all of my teammates and coaches and people in the building and, T. Roy, our janitor, Tony, it's ridiculous. And, tried to limit it to really just like the people that for sure made like a very pointed impact. And then of course the head figures at each level, that's the beauty of football. It's the most complete team game that there is
ever. Yeah.
In my mind.
And man, we love teaming up. Well, we did not talk about much of your retirement, and I wanted to make sure that you didn't feel any pressure from me to keep going, knowing I wanted you to keep going. I wanted you to keep playing this game.
Why didn't you tell me this? I would have changed my mind.
No. I didn't. you've always been a step ahead of me in
I'm older, Trey.
in this game. Yeah, but it's in this game alone. You've always been a step ahead of me, and it's always been like I've had that flotation device right there, and it's to have you out of it, man. It feels empty, and it definitely it feels like it's complete. You know, it was a success.
I hear you. Yeah.
It was a fun-ass journey to watch, and like I said yesterday, man, I just appreciate you showing me the way and bringing us all along the journey with you, big guy.
We showed each other the way. Yeah. I think I appreciate it. Listen, I'm out of playing, but I'm still going to be, I'm still going to the games. Like I said, I've been, you've been playing for a long time on your own, and I look forward to being able to appreciate and watch your games more and take in the bigger picture of football and everything that it has to offer. While still remaining local in Philadelphia. Like, I'll never not be there, but definitely looking forward to, I don't know, it's a different chapter. And in some ways, I'll be able to experience more things and do things that I've never done before, which is exciting.
Well, it was just, it was cool being the tag team
hey!
of the National Football League. Pretty cool shit. Yeah, I didn't talk to you about it. I let you kind of do your own thing, and I could have been more proud listening to you yesterday. And it's just it's been a lot of emotions, a lot of sad emotions, a lot of exciting emotions. I mean, you got the fucking world in your palm right now, dude, and you got 3 little ones that I know you're dying to watch grow up, and it's just a lot of future. Exciting future things that we have to look forward to.
Absolutely.
And it's so back to the speech. Can I see the Kleenex real quick so I can just get over this thing real
I'm
fast?
sorry, I would be crying more, but I wasted all of my tears.
Yeah.
But
I got plenty of those.
I'll probably break down here at some point.
You hit the intensity of the Philly fans, man, and it was awesome. You hit it spot on. You've been spot on with it your entire career. Here in Bernstein, Jason, your guy, tell you that Philly's an awesome city. You're gonna love it. You embodied that place before you even knew you embodied it, and your toughness, your desire for excellence, your drive to be the best and not settle for anything other than that. The way you talked about the Philly fan base was so spot on, and it just it honestly, being here in Philly, for the past 13 years, I feel like I've become a part of this sports town. So random. I was a huge Flyers fan growing up because of Eric Lindros and John LeClair, and for you to come in here and become idols like that for kids has been pretty damn cool. Did you always want to make the announcement alongside the Eagles organization? Was that kind of like in your mind to like stay a Philadelphia Eagle your entire career? Or?
Well, yeah, you want to. I mean, I've been very blessed to have that opportunity. I've even talked about it in the speech that almost didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's so many things that need to go right for you to stay in one spot. The organization has to want you. Financially, it has to work out. And then you got to want to continue to play in the same spot. And I think it's really hard to do in any sport in today's age. Like, it just is very rare that both of those sides and the financial thing line up for your whole career.
Yeah.
So it was a goal. I talked about it. We saw everybody leaving Cleveland. Did Big Z ever play anywhere else? That's the only guy that I think. Zadrunas might have been the only one.
He was the only one.
It's not like, listen, I still love Jim Thome. I love Manny and all the guys that played in Cleveland, but it's there's something that happens when somebody leaves that I think is, especially as a kid, it's awkward or different wrapping your head around it. And, I've been very lucky and fortunate to stay in Philadelphia, and it was certainly a goal, and I'm happy that it happened.
Was there any other way that you were going to do this announcement? Like, were you going to, like, jumping through the table? Were you just about to be like, all right, I'm done, and then just, like, jump on the burning table?
No.
Did it ever cross your mind you were going to do it any other way?
No, I think I wanted to do it at the facility in a press conference with people in the organization there. I think that felt right. There's too many of those people that were a part of it just as much as I was. So yeah, that was the only way I ever envisioned it.
Well, you talked about some of your favorite moments in your speech, obviously, and you had some great shout-outs to the 879, your parade speech. Coach Sirianni sending you the kegs, and of course, Nikki Foles and the Philly special. Did you ever, do you think that any other retirement speech, past or present, will ever mention a teammate's...
Schlong?
How should we put this? Hammer?
Sausage? I mean, I hope not. I hope it doesn't become like commonplace that everybody's just referencing
like,
this.
All right, who's got the biggest day? How can I thank him?
It's just so legendary. I felt like it needed to be a part of it.
Yeah. Dude, it was so perfect because it was very emotional. You do a great job of keeping things light and fun, and
yeah,
that was such a good fucking
mix
line.
in some moments where people can have a laugh here and there.
Got to.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that was an iconic moment of the Super Bowl, and Nick and Doug together somehow decided to call it trick play on 4th down, and it ended up being one of the biggest plays in football history at this point. So
yeah,
that had to be in there. It was in there. It wasn't as colorful at first, and I was like, screw this. Let's
full send.
Yeah, let's
Jason
go.
Kelce style.
Let's go.
It's the only way to do it.
Come on.
I think there was, I don't want to say a little bit of doubt, but there was a little bit of question of whether or not you would get or transpire in the league as you did in college, like to become as successful in the NFL as everyone. There's that question for everybody. When I saw you taking snaps with Michael Vick,
yeah, man,
that put you in heroes world for me. Like it kind of like dimmed down and like dimmed the lights on like the stars that we imagined growing up, that holy smokes, like they're in the NFL.
Yeah.
You made it more achievable for a guy like me, knowing that we come from the same place.
Yeah.
We're at the same school. There's questions, but at the same time, you're still performing even with the best that do it in the National Football League that we look at as gods.
Yeah, well,
because they're the best to ever do it.
Everybody asks, like, when did you know you were going to play in the NFL? And that's when it becomes reality, is when you see people like you had me because I was older. But I had, Trevor Canfield, Barry Cofield, like I'm trying, Marty Gilliard, Haruki Nakamura.
Connor.
Like you see these guys that you practice with every day start to play in the league, and you're like, hey, I competed with, these guys in practice every day, and now they're getting a chance. So then it becomes a reality that you're going to get an opportunity. And I still remember the first time I snapped it to the first two quarterbacks I snapped to were Michael Vick and Vince Young, like two absolute freaking legends.
Dude.
It might have been Mike Kafka too. Not as much of a legend.
Yeah,
but
Mike.
I love Kafkies.
Yeah, Mike. Way to get in there.
Yeah, it was incredible. That was the first moment where you're like, holy shit, I'm snapping the ball to the human highlight reel. Like, what is happening right now?
The experience.
Like, this changed quick. And it was really quick because my first year was the lockout year.
Oh, yeah. So you didn't even get the mini camp.
We had no off season.
Yeah.
All off season, you had to be away from the club. And they lifted it for like a couple weeks for like the first either day or 2 day guys that were drafted. But any third day guy or undrafted guy, like I showed up, like a couple days before training camp started, and I got the playbook then.
That's
and
so
I
insane.
met those guys for the first time at training camp, and then I'm snapping it to them. I'm like, what the heck is going on right now? This is crazy. I'm Lehigh Valley.
Yeah. That was a memory. I'll remember that day forever, man. I was running around UC showing the picture because that's all I had was a picture of it. I didn't obviously no video of it or anything.
Asante Samuel's like revving up the crowd because there's a bunch of people that it was free to come. And like the first time I hit a sled, and this is what was cool about Lehigh, which, the dorms sucked. You guys still go off campus, but we stopped that a long time ago. But I mean, the first time I ever hit a sled, it was like, fat dudes drinking beer right behind me, like cheering me on. I'm like, this is way different than Cincinnati. Like,
over there in the higher ground.
We had like paid people. Yeah, it was cool.
Stout was a major part of your speech. You quoted him a few times. thrice, if I remember correctly, and of course ending with the Hungry Dogs Run
Yeah,
Faster,
baby. I'm still hungry. I can't run fast anymore. That's the problem.
I don't know, dude.
I'm a porch dog now. Like that basset hound, just friggin'.
letting everybody know when someone's coming.
That's right. She still got some bark, but not a lot of bite.
Yeah, obviously you talked to him a lot throughout this entire retirement question, even before this year. Are there any other did you talk to him after and just have any actual closure? I know what he meant to your career.
We've talked about, Stout and I have talked about that. I mean, we've shared, tears and words at the end of the last 4 seasons because we didn't know if it was going to be over or not.
Yeah.
So I think it's, we've talked about a lot of this stuff already. It's the first time we've really talked publicly about a lot of it. And to be clear, I harbor no, like I said in the speech, I would have gotten rid of me too in 2016. I played really bad to start the season, and I don't know that there was enough good tape at the end of the season to warrant keeping me in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Stout really firmly believed that I still had enough strengths and upside, and he really firmly believed if I stopped putting my hands up high on these big fat fucking defensive tackles that I would stop getting pushed back. And sure enough, he was right. Early in your career, and early in your career, especially before my sports hernia surgery, that was a big turning point for me because you lose a little bit of strength when you have that surgery, I think.
Yeah.
And, early in my career, I was undersized, but I was very, very strong. And I could get away with muscling guys who were bigger than me. And after that surgery, and then after we went away from the tempo offense, so the big guys weren't as gassed all the time.
Yeah.
Things that I was doing that weren't good technique, but getting away with caught up, and they caught up quick.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I think Stout really saw that. He was like, dude, I don't care if you're 400 pounds. If your hands are up here, you're going to get thrown into the quarterback, right? Get your hands up under him, play with leverage, right?
Take him off the ground.
And if you play with leverage, you can survive in this league at the weight you're at. That's not the issue, right? You have the hips and the strength to anchor at an undersized as long as you use, physics.
Yeah.
So it's, he really firmly believed that. And we saw it wasn't all off season. It was unique. We started that transition in the season and it got corrected at the end of the season. We played Baltimore, and Baltimore, huge big defensive tackles, big guys. And it's one of my, 2016. Yeah, and it was one of my best games of the season. So you can survive with proper technique and things at a lighter weight. And I think there was questions from anybody but I think Stout saw the corrections happening, and there was still the upside of my athleticism and downfield blocking and all the things he wanted to utilize as well. And, my ability to make calls and do all that stuff. That's a big part of the game that he didn't want to lose. He was the pivotal guy that really convinced people, I think, to not move on. And credit to them for trusting him. You know what I mean? Listen, that's a big amount of faith to put in a position coach. There's head coaches, there's GMs, there's the
scouts,
scouts. All these people are man, I guess we can trust Stout for another year.
Yeah.
Well, and luckily it worked out for everybody involved.
Hell yeah, it did.
And we've all had our ups and downs. I'm mentioning how he was in the other side of the closet that one year. Stout has had his ups and downs, and that's what life is. That's what the NFL is. There's going to be these down times. You guys saw that this year firsthand. Halfway through the season, nobody thought you guys were winning the Super Bowl, and you guys had the fortitude to stick with it. And Eagles are dealing with that right now. One of the things that I'm very much I don't like. The one thing that I'm disappointed about retiring right now is I'm retiring when the Eagles had potentially the biggest collapse in the history of the organization. Not potentially, probably the most.
No.
And the reason I say that I'm upset about that is I really, truly think the Eagles are going to ball out next year. I think all of those guys, there's still a tremendous amount of talent there.
Mm-hmm.
They've hired 2 really good coaches that are going to be able to offer a new perspective and look at things with a fresh lens. I think Jalen Hurts is a tremendous quarterback. I know it wasn't a good end of the year for him or for anybody on offense.
Yeah, there's no doubt in that.
But there's still so many pieces. There's plenty of cap space. I know Howie's going to make some moves to improve the things that need to get fixed.
He always does.
I just really think there's going to be one hell of a bounce back from the Philadelphia Eagles next year. And it really pains me that, I'll be a part of it in some way. Like, I'm still going to go down to the facilities. I'm still going to help out in any way I can. But I'm also going to be doing other things. And I'm not going to be on the field doing it with those guys. But I can damn sure at least appreciate it from afar. That is one thing I'm really upset about the timing of. But it is what it is. It's just, I'll have to enjoy it in a different way.
Yeah. Well, those, yeah. Well, Stout had an amazing thing he threw out on the Twitter X. Jason, some of my fondest coaching moments have been by your side these past 11 years. I'm so proud of the player you've worked to become and the legacy you've built. I'll miss having you by my side. It's been an honor, and I congratulate you on the incredible career, man. And it was cool just hearing him last night at the dinner and hearing him say, how happy he was that you're in a good place and that you're there for it. And man, just got so much respect for that guy. Do you have any Stout-isms? And we've been talking about this. I mean, we heard 3 quotes. We got to get these Stout. Many. We got to get you, Lane, Jordan to just, and even bring in JP. JP's probably got some good Stout-isms.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask enough guys, they'd all remember, enough of them.
Yeah.
And some of them are just so, like, off the cuff, and they're hilarious in the moment. I don't even know if I'll say it, but, like, he has this one thing that he has a bunch of, like, there's, I said the 3, like, no man is an island, but draws strength from others. Hungry dogs run faster. Oftentimes the easy way is the wrong way. That's like pounding salt up a fat lady's ass when it's a hard run play to run into a good defense. I don't know why that makes sense, but it kind of does. Not the most politically correct at all times.
He's a gem. An absolute gem.
There's a lot of other ones that are more politically correct, but I can't think of them right now. Those ones stick out really hard. Lobster man. If you're like using your hands, if you're just like laying them on top, like they're like claws, like, I'll have to start jotting down some of the ones. It's like, I don't know him from Adam's House Cat. Like, who the fuck is Adam's House Cat? Like, what are you talking about, dude? He's got so many just like off the wall.
Keeps it fresh, baby.
Dude, it is
Keeps
tremendous.
it fresh.
No doubt.
Well, shout out to Stout. Appreciate you always having my guys back, man. Let's get into what's next is retirement edition of We Gotta Ask, But You Don't Gotta Answer. All right?
Mm-hmm.
First things first, did you finally get rid of or clean out that fucking locker?
I mean, somebody did.
They cleaned it up for you?
I think that's the thing. When you're done playing.
They just threw it in a U-Haul and it was like, hey, it's down at the storage unit.
When you get done playing, they move that stuff quick. They got to make room. So the locker is, for the most part, cleaned out. I actually didn't go and check it if everything got moved out of there yet, but it is definitely clean. They can finally clean the carpeting underneath all the boxes and stuff that was piling up. There was still a bunch of jerseys, and I owe so many guys jerseys. We've talked about that before. Like, I gotta send out probably
to the team. Yeah.
Like, probably over 20 jerseys to guys that I owe them to.
Dude, I owe the entire Patriots tight end unit jersey, all 3 of them. Farrell Brown, Henry.
So maybe that's my
Gesicki.
next.
I love you guys. I promise you, I'm gonna get them out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get them out. Yeah, obviously you don't know exactly what you're doing over the off season, other than becoming a full-time cattle farmer in Missouri.
Full-time. Yeah.
Do you know how you're going to spend some of this time coming up this off season? Or
I don't. I think I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do during the season. Whether that's
touche. Yeah, get ahead on that.
Yeah, obviously I'm not going to be a full-time coach, but is there a level that I can help out the team still, or help out young guys, whatever, figure out if there's a role there.
Coach Kelce, you just need to
stopwatch
and a whistle, dude, and a visor. I can see it. Your
I'm not a big
shirt's
visor
already
guy.
tucked in.
I am a tucked in shirt guy. I don't know why, but feels right. I look forward to doing stuff that's not football. Like I've been so committed to the sport for so long.
36 years.
You really like. It's embarrassing when your wife knows how to do more housework around the like I can't. Her dad's an electrician. She can fish wires. Kylie can fish wires, and like
Jason, you don't know how to.
You know how to fish a wire?
Yes.
When did you ever fish a wire?
When I was connecting my speakers that Aunt Judy gave me, started cutting and tying.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like in walls.
No.
Yeah, this is
never done that.
That's what I'm talking about. Like she's like she could like put in a new outlet if she wanted to.
It's probably a step ahead of what.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
So yeah, I don't.
Shout out to Kai for being the handyman around the house.
I like experiencing new things, and I've always wanted like I like the show Forge and Fire. I want to go to a blacksmith and make a friggin' knife. I think that'd be fun.
Count me in on that one. Don't do that without me.
You want to go?
I'm gonna make a sword. Yeah.
A sword is a whole nother undertaking. I don't know that we're good enough to just go in there and make a sword.
We can samurai sword.
But you make some metal hot enough, you can pound it into an edge.
I want to play
a samurai sword. You want to go straight to like the most complex like thing.
I want a fruit ninja in real life.
Let's go do it.
All right. You grow the fruit, I'll get the samurai. Is there a player you're glad that you'll never line up against ever again? Mine was J.J. Watt when he retired. I was like, God, thank God that guy's out of here. Fuck. By the way, J.J. hit us and was like, dude, we got to get on the ice.
I want to go.
And I saw him out there on the ice, and it looked electric.
Yeah, he was doing some one-timers.
Dude.
Yeah, it was good. Ironically, I reached out to a guy that's given Wyatt skating lessons before, and I think I'm going to get out with him, Wyatt and Elliot, out on the ice.
Nice. Get him going early. We're about Wyatt's age.
You might have been. I didn't start skating until I was like 7 or 8. I started a little bit later than what you would ideally want a kid to start at. I tried to get her out earlier. She was like 2.5 when I first got her out there. Mm-hmm. Too early. She was
not fucking with it.
She was terrified, and
yeah, so was I.
I think it will help that I can go out with her now too, though. Like I'm going to go out on the ice, and I think if Dad's out there with them, because it was the same thing like gymnastics. Like gymnastics, she wanted nothing to do with the trampoline. And the moment like Kylie and I are there with her, like then she's into it. But
yeah,
nice.
So no player that you're like.
I mean, Aaron Donald, I guess. Like, but I didn't really line up against Aaron that much. Like, there were players that were hard to line up against, but oftentimes those are the guys that you liked playing against the most. Like,
I hear you. Biggest challenge.
Yeah. Well, it was just like, it meant a little bit more. I mean, there's guys that kick my ass for sure, but, that doesn't mean that I didn't like trying to beat them.
It's just what you had to do.
Yeah, exactly. Man. Like, it sucked losing some of the reps, but, when you won the ones, it meant that much more.
Did you give any advice to Cam Jurgens?
I mean,
he's a pro. He's a pro's pro at this point, right?
Yeah, he's going into his 3rd year, and I'm, listen, he's a friend and a teammate. He always will be. So I'll always be able to offer advice, and talk to him. I think, he is going to be an incredible center. I really do. I think he was great at guard for us last year. His traits are going to be very, very well used at that position with Jeff Stoutland in particular. I don't think, as much as sometimes, some part of me, like, it'd be nice if there was a drop off of the position. It's like, yeah, that was really good. It's not going to happen. He's going to step in and do great. They got to figure out guard. And, they drafted Steen last year. I don't know how some of these free agents and contracts are going to shape up or who is or who isn't. But, you have Suopeta, Jack Driscoll. There's a bunch of guys that could do it. I'm sure they'll bring in new players or already have.
Yeah.
There's still the draft to come up. So we'll see who ends up claiming that right guard spot. But the line is in very, very good shape. That's just the reality of it. And Cam's going to be a tremendous center. And barring anything happening, he'll be good for a while for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, can't wait to see Cam step into the role, man.
Yeah.
On the list of your career achievements, though, I mean, where does this one rank? The Eagles misspelled your name when you got drafted on Twitter. Did you know this?
No.
Yeah, they when they announced the tweet of you getting drafted, the Eagles, #Eagles, select Jason Kelce, Kelsey, from Cincinnati with the 191st pick. Completely botched your name, and now you're the greatest player to ever play in the Eagles uniform. Where's that at? They know how to spell your name at least now. It's probably going to be on the stadium at some point.
I firmly like that most of my career had to be earned, and I mean this. It is crazy how overrated I am.
Shut the fuck
dude.
up.
Listen to me, dude.
You're so ridiculous.
I'm not even close to the best Eagle in my time with the Philadelphia Eagles, like Fletcher Cox, Jason Peters, Lane Johnson.
Away from any of them, dude.
Just listen to me for a second. There are so many people that have meant more to wins and losses and have been better players.
Maybe in the stat book.
Not just the stat book. Like, I couldn't block Fletcher Cox one-on-one. Like, it's a legitimate thing. So it's
that's fair.
But I do know that the credit that I've gotten has been because of the work that's been put in. And they didn't know how to spell my name back then, but they know how to spell it now. And I like the fact that they didn't know how to spell it back then.
Yeah. All right, so it's up there. Sweet. You had a great joke in your speech calling Darren Sproles 4'8".
Sproles, he reached out to me. Yeah, he did. He reached out. He's like, God damn it, Kels.
We love Sproles, man. He's 5'6", just for those of you.
It's a roster height.
Yeah.
Mighty Might.
Yeah.
He's the best.
Electric. Human highlight reel, man. And hypothetical, a team calls you, only wants you to come in on 4th and 1 and run the tush push. Would you sign that contract?
No, I wouldn't do that. But there was a piece.
The one play you're like, fuck it, thank God I don't got to run that again.
There was the idea of like, hey, do I just because I could probably still play a couple games. Like, do I just sit around and wait
till playoffs
start? Because a lot of guys do that, and more power to them.
I hear you.
But it's then you're like waiting either for an injury, either you're like waiting for somebody to get hurt.
I'd have guilt.
Exactly, or you're just gonna they're gonna pay me to be like a backup guy, and I'll get like another Super Bowl or.
And I'm just going into.
Yeah, so for me at that point, I'm like, you know what? I want to be proactive and just completely go off. So that was something that I thought about, but definitely not doing it. And I look forward to getting skinny. We're going to get to that here in a second, I guess.
All right. Well, if you could do it all over again, would you change it?
Nothing.
Not a thing.
Not a thing. Not even this last year.
I hear you.
Well, I take that back. I'd take a Super Bowl for sure. But,
Touché.
Everything happens for a reason. I've been very, very fortunate with all of the teammates and coaches that I've had. And, I wouldn't have wanted to play anywhere else, be with anybody else. So I wouldn't change any of that. I might change, I'm not perfect. I've made plenty of mistakes that I, looking back, would have done differently. Or, I've been an asshole. I've been a jerk. This is the reality of life, right? And, I think, overall, I've been pretty good, but I think for the most part, there's always something you look back on and you're like, man, I could have been better there.
1,000%.
So,
trust me. I know.
No.
I just didn't win the Super Bowl. All right, that does it for We Gotta Ask, but you don't have to answer. And lastly, there's been an outpouring of love from the Philadelphia community since you made the announcement, really from the entire world. And your teammate Darius Slay chimed in with an idea you're absolutely not going to love. But everyone else is so fucking on board with it. March 4th should be Kelce Day in Philly. The man is a true legend. Shout out to Big Play Slay. I'm on board, and I'm pretty sure Philly's on board. So it sounds like you have an official day, whether you like it or not.
You know damn well I do not support made-up holidays. Slay should know at this point too. But
I'm going to trick you into fucking having a beer randomly on every day of your life.
You're not going to trick me. You just offer me one,
on
whether
March,
it's
or every year,
whatever day it is, for the most part. Yeah, I don't think we should do this for sure.
Yeah, I think there should just be like maybe another Mummers Parade, not just on the first of the year, but the 4th of March, and everyone dress up as your mummer.
As my mummer?
As your, yeah.
The Avalon String Band's mummer suit?
Yeah, like, have you ever seen those videos where everybody throws on the T-Rex suit?
No.
And runs?
I think I know what you're talking about, actually. It's like the air inside of them. Yeah, yeah. Those are funny.
Ah, man, a bunch of Jason Kelce's running around. Maybe a running of the Bulls.
I mean, I've always kind of wanted to go to that.
I mean, you went through a table. What else? What's next? Everyone has to run in flip-flops?
I mean, you wouldn't touch a rhino.
I'm not fucking getting in front of that thing. Fuck that.
Well, you
Dude,
just gotta, all you got to do, you don't got to outrun. You don't got to outrun it. You just got to outrun me.
Hey, you already know. I'll go swimming with sharks as long as I'm not the only one in it. I can outswim somebody. Ceremonial keg stands. There's a whole bunch of stuff we can get into, and we will get into it. March 4th, officially Jason Kelce Day, Philly.
No, it's not.
Let's get this thing going. Mayor, sign it up.
This is not a thing.
Put it on paper. Moving on, it's time for some special retirement edition of No Dumb Questions, because there's no such thing as dumb questions. Just a bunch of dumb people and a retired dumbass. All right, so No Dumb Retirement Questions is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Oh, wings, beer, sports. Let's go, sports bar. See, we do have rhythm.
It's nice when there's not a delay on the stream.
We do have rhythm. Still can't harmonize, though.
Should we try?
No, I'm
stuffy. Go, you start. Nailed it. I knew it was the streaming. It's all about Riverside. They got to get their shit fixed.
Zach Brown, we're coming, dude. We're coming. We're on our way, dude. All right. From at Cornelia Lasgurley. Cornelia Lasgurley. Am I saying that right? Cornelius Gurley.
T. Gurley?
Cornelius T. Gurley. Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Cornelius
Gurley.
From wherever. Don't know where you're from. At No Dumb Questions, once you guys eventually retire, will you keep rooting for the teams you play for, or go back to the fans of the Browns since they were your OG team?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Eagles first and foremost.
Yeah, and I'll probably still cheer a little bit for the Eagles. I mean, I've like I said, I've become a Philly sports fan myself in that regard. But I
think fans who haven't played, definitely my own wife, like there's I mean, listen, we are still Cleveland sports fans. I still cheered the Browns on, and I did it my entire career. Like, I'm always rooting for the Browns. There's a slight conflict when like the Eagles play the Browns every 4 years, maybe if they ever go to the Super Bowl together, but that would be the only times. So it's not like there's some insane rivalry with the Cleveland Browns and and Eagles.
I hear you.
So I can be fans of all three teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
in my mind. It's still Eagles here. Like, it's Eagles.
It's gotta be, yeah.
Then until you retire, it's Chiefs. The moment you retire, it's probably Browns, then Chiefs.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it.
But either way, those are the top three for sure. And then Bills.
How about that?
Coming out of nowhere.
Dude, what?
They
something about
lured
that lake,
me in.
man.
I'm
Something
telling
about that lake, dude.
Dude, they were so nice. And
yeah, they were nice to you.
Dude, they were so nice. I know that you guys saw maybe on social media.
We were in a hostile environment. I didn't expect it to be nice.
I'm just saying
didn't expect it to be that.
I mean, it wasn't like they were nice, but like they were still ribbing you. But that's like to be like expected.
Yeah, you want a hostile environment.
But I still, we were getting buffalo wings at the Big Tree Inn. All the Buffalo fans were just excited for the game, and everybody's being nice, and everybody that works there is being nice to us with the wings. And we're having buffalo wings for our first time in Buffalo, so it's like a freaking like almost like a, not serendipitous, but like a I don't know. It's just a unique experience, right? You get to have something that originated someplace. It's cool.
Yeah. Well, you're part of it.
Yeah, I think they're an easy fourth at this point.
Nice. From Analyzing Taylor. All right. When Jason is ready to talk about it, I'm interested if he's going to shed pounds in retirement, since he won't have to maintain the caloric intake needed to play O-line. I was blown away by seeing Alan Faneca. Yep. Alan Faneca after playing, and he's running marathons, dude.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Dude, what?
Dude, I don't know how Alan's doing it, but like, I'm not running on pavement. I tried that already with the 5K.
Touche.
Not going to make a living doing that. My knees are already messed up enough. But
there have been plenty of O-linemen that have kind of chiseled it down.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
So.
Yeah, I'm gonna slim down. My goal is 250 right now. Well, this last week I got down to like 285 because I knew I was doing this.
Yeah.
And then I had cake like 3 days in a row. So
there you go. That's nothing compared to what
you're right. It wasn't just cake though. It was like I've been.
You had a lot of naan last night.
We did. Yeah. Well, not naan. It was oh my gosh, what is that called?
Bread.
No, it's not pita.
Dude, the only thing that thing was missing was some marinara sauce and some fucking
Something with an L, like
some mozzarella and some
lavash. Thank you.
well, whatever it was delicious.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, listen, you're not going to beat Zahav, so.
All right now.
So there's different ways to do it, right? Like, I don't personally subscribe to doing extreme diets, like, going all the way vegan or all the way carnivore or like keto. My man Joe Thomas lost a bunch of weight. It's all keto, and he showed me his plan, and I'm like, dude, more power to you, but fuck no, I'm not doing that. Joe
looks fucking great.
Yeah, he looks fantastic, but it's not worth to me doing that type of...
Dude, the happiness you get from going over to Rita's and just chugging through those things.
Like I can't do it every day, but I'm gonna still do that occasionally. So I downloaded MyFitnessPal and just start tracking calories, and I feel like as long as I maintain my protein intake, so I keep my muscle, and just kind of limit the calories, you'll start to lose weight. So that's the plan.
This guy's got a plan in place, and when Jason Kelce has a plan, it's fucking done with.
That's right.
And that was No Dumb Questions, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go, Sports Bar. Before we wrap, we do have one special video message for you, Jason, just to, end this thing with you bawling in tears.
All right,
because what's more
special I know that
than
guy.
That? A lot of people reached out to the show wanting to share their congratulations. Let's take a look at those messages now.
I'm so proud of you. Such an honor being your teammate. I'm so excited about what's next for you. As always, great speech. Everyone loved it.
I'm sure you
got
did.
Some great
with
laughs,
the grin.
some tears, everything in between.
Oh my God, you finally did it. Congratulations, unbelievable career. You've always been an amazing teammate, an amazing friend to me, man. I really appreciate you. I can't say enough good things about you.
Just wanted to say congratulations on your retirement. Thank you for being the greatest teammate that I've ever played with.
You're one of the few teammates I ever had that was younger than me and I actually looked up to. It's the guy you are, man. The way you lead with your heart. What you see is what you get. I really think you're one in a million in that way.
There are three words that come to my mind when I think of passion, legacy, and underdog. It's been a long, great ride, and I've enjoyed every moment that we've been able to share on that field.
Jason, congratulations on your career. Hell of a run. Wish you the best on this new chapter of your life.
Truly incredible career, man. I definitely do not miss lining up on the other side and having you point out exactly what blitz we're running, exactly where the pressure is coming from. You're too smart and too athletic. You don't get to have both. You got to choose one.
From one girl dad to another. I'm super excited to watch your next chapter. 2017 still haunts me.
Just the leader that you are, the competitor that you are. It's been a blessing just to watch you, do your thing. Congrats on such an amazing career.
What a joy and a pleasure it's been to watch you compete, play the game the way you did all those years. Just wanted to
The New Heights podcast has long been known for its humorous stories, the brothers' playful banter, and interesting NFL behind-the-scenes revelations. However, in this week's episode, listeners quickly noticed something different. Travis didn't appear with his usual playful demeanor. Instead, he spoke more slowly, his voice deeper, and his eyes thoughtful as he spoke about his private trip with Taylor. It wasn't just a trip, Travis began. It was like a necessary pause, a moment for us to really slow down. Jason, who is used to teasing his younger brother whenever Taylor is mentioned, this time listened in silence. This change drew even more attention from fans. A trip away from the spotlight. According to Travis, the trip was planned after a busy period for both of them. Taylor had just finished a series of studio shoots in New York, while Travis was busy with training for the new season with Kansas City. Although he didn't reveal the exact location, Travis described it as a place, near the beach, with gentle sunshine, not too crowded, and private enough for the two of them to take a walk without being disturbed. He spoke of waking up early in the mornings, making coffee with Taylor, putting on soft music, and watching the sunrise. She's not always the pop star on stage, Travis said. She's just Taylor, a girl who loves writing music, loves walking barefoot on the sand, and loves laughing at little things. Simple yet profound moments. Travis was particularly moved when he recounted an evening they sat by the beach, Taylor with her small travel guitar. She spontaneously sang a few unfinished lines, verses left incomplete. Just me, her, and the sound of the waves, he said, his voice softening. I think I'll never forget that moment. Jason didn't miss the opportunity to interject, so you got exclusive access to her next album, huh? But instead of bursting into laughter as usual, Travis just smiled softly. It doesn't matter what song it is. What matters is the feeling of her trusting me enough to share it with me. The pressure of fame. One of the most candid parts of the podcast episode was when Travis admitted he used to worry about dating one of the world's most famous artists. Taylor Swift has long been a global icon, and every move she makes attracts millions of eyes. Travis confessed, there were times I wondered if I was strong enough to walk alongside her under that pressure. Jason, in his role as an older brother, nodded slightly, but you're doing great. Travis shared that the recent trip helped him realize the most important thing: when we're together without cameras, without a stage, without cheers, that's reality. And that reality gives me peace of mind. Mature love. Fans have witnessed many sweet moments of the couple at public events, but the podcast revealed a deeper side. Travis talked about them cooking together in their small resort kitchen, debating what movies to watch, and laughing at old stories. We don't need to do anything too extravagant, he said. Just being together is enough. Jason teased, that sounds like you're writing lyrics. Travis replied, maybe living with a musician influences you a little bit. Fan reactions. Immediately after the podcast aired, social media exploded with clips from Travis's sharing. Many fans commented that this was the first time they'd seen him speak about Taylor with such calmness and depth. One fan wrote, he doesn't just love her, he truly appreciates her as a person. Jason, the proud older brother. At the end of the episode, Jason didn't forget to give his younger brother a word of encouragement. I'm proud that you found someone who makes you a better version of yourself. Travis responded with a smile, thank you. And thank you for always being there for me. That moment touched many viewers. It was no longer about jokes or football arguments, but a sincere conversation between the two brothers. The future ahead. Although Travis didn't reveal much about his upcoming plans, he hinted that they are both learning to balance their careers and personal lives. We understand that we both have big dreams, he said. But if we can share that journey together, then everything becomes so much more meaningful. In the ever-changing world of entertainment, Travis and Taylor's love story continues to attract attention. But through this podcast episode, what remains isn't the glamour, but the image of a strong man, ready to acknowledge his feelings.